Well, now, Spike Lee joins us live from New York. Welcome, Spike Lee. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Is this film really about vampires, or is it really about the black experience in America?
Thank you for that question. Thank you for having me on. I don't know why Zara used that word vampires. I'm going to smack her upside the head when I see her in 20 minutes. This is not a vampire film. This is a film about people who are addicted to blood. As human beings, we all have many addictions: sex, drugs, alcohol, nicotine, food, power, money, Air Jordans, whatever you want to say. But these particular people in this film are addicted to blood.
And you've gone outside Hollywood, as I said, to fund this. Does this mean you finally kicked them out and said, this is the end of my involvement with Hollywood?
Oh, no, that's not the case at all, sir. So I think of myself as a hybrid. I have one foot in the independent world and the other foot in the Hollywood studio system. So I go back and forth. This film in no way is saying that I'm giving an FU to Hollywood. Not the case at all. I want to continue to work doing studio films.
Now, you were born in St. Louis, and of course, that is very close to...
No. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
I thought you had some involvement with St. Louis in your life.
Never. I've been like St. Louis like two times in my 57 years on this planet.
Well, the reason I ask you anyway, and I got it wrong, so I can say that, but the reason I ask you is because Ferguson, of course, in Missouri, has been an appalling experience, particularly for the black community in America. But is it about Ferguson? Is Ferguson something relatively different, or is it about America?
But here's the thing, sir. You don't have to be from Ferguson to be upset by it. People are upset by what happened in Ferguson, Mike Brown, Trayvon, what happened to Eric Garner all over the world. In fact, I saw on TV here in America, in New York City, protests in London saying, where people hold white Londoners holding up signs saying Black Lives Matter. So this is a global thing. It has nothing to do with just that specific city called Ferguson.
You see, what I'm wondering is whether, given that you've been making films for well over 30 years, is America a different place from the place that you were making films 30 years ago? I mean, has it changed, or are you telling us in fact?
Now I can answer that question. I think that America is in flux. We have 25 years ago, who would have thought we've had an African American president? 25 years ago, who would have thought that a black man would still be killed in a chokehold by NYPD? So we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and this country is still developing into trying to be all the things it should be.
Has your black president made a difference?
Oh, Obama's made a great difference with health care, college tuition, on the environment, women's rights, gay rights. Don't listen to Fox News. He's made a great difference in the progress of the United States of America.
Could I say the word police?
What about police?
Well, has he made a difference? After all, the real tragedy of this last year has been unarmed black men killed by white policemen, and in one case, by a black policeman.
Well, that is true, but there's nothing the president can do really about the thousands of police departments all across this country. I mean, there's only so much he can do. And what he's doing is he's really put Eric Holder, who is the Attorney General in the United States of America, put him on these cases. He's put him on the case in Ferguson. It's put him on the case in Staten Island. Because I feel those juries made the wrong decision.
On the journey from slavery to total liberation and equality, where are we now?
We still got a ways to go. We aren't where we were when we were slaves here in this country, stolen from Africa. But there's a way to go. but I still think that it's positive, and I think that America has to embrace diversity. The United States Census Bureau said, I think by early as 2035, white Americans are going to be a minority in this country.
We've just had our BAFTA Film Awards here, and Selma, with a very celebrated black actor in it, has not been recognized. Does that, should it have been?
Well, here's the thing, sir. The voting body of the Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is not diverse. So therefore, if you don't have diversity amongst the people who vote, you will have results that led Dave to not get a Best Actor nomination for his role in Selma.
So we've all got a ways to go.
We all do, but that's part of life. That's part of the evolution of man. That's part of the evolution of humankind. You know, we got to keep onward and upward, keep stepping, keep fighting the good fight.
Spike Lee, live in New York. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
All right, go Arsenal.
Thanks a lot.